Welcome to Screw the Commute, the entrepreneurial podcast dedicated to getting you out of the car and into the money, with your host, lifelong entrepreneur and multimillionaire, Tom Antion.
Hey everybody, it's Tom here with episode 927 of Screw the Commute podcast. Today, I'm going to try to encourage you to quit wasting your time on search engine optimization, because it could cost you a lot of money and waste you a lot of time where you get nowhere, okay? Now, don't think I'm not in favor of certain parts of SEO, but let me tell you about it in this episode. Hope you didn't miss the series I just did on the three-prong attack to a seven-figure income. This is something I developed at around 1996 to simplify things for people that are trying to make their online part of their business go, but they get confused. There's so many things going on. So this breaks it down for you. Episode 924, 925, and 926 was the three-prong attack. And let's see, make sure you get a copy of our automation ebook at screwthecommute.com/automate free. Now, I mentioned several episode numbers. Anytime you want to get to a back episode, you go to screwthecommute.com and then / and then the episode number. Three-prong attack starts at 924. All right, now, let's talk about this search engine optimization field. Now, I quit a long time ago, and this is after I was taught by one of the best ever, a guy named Michael Campbell. I was considered one of the best for 12, 13, 14 years, but I quit because here's the thing. I got to teach a lot of you folks how to do this stuff, and I don't want to waste time myself. So there's so much competition now. There's so many scam SEO people out there telling you you're going to get a high ranking in Google. Well, here's the hardcore reality of it. You could spend 6 to 8 months or more to try to doing what they tell you, spending a lot of money to have them do it for you, maybe get some response out of Google, but maybe not. It's a big coin toss. It's really difficult to get a top ranking in Google on any keyword that's worth anything. And then let's say you did pretty well. 6, 8 months, you spend thousands of dollars and you haven't sold anything because you're working on all this SEO stuff, right? And then Google goes up to their dials on the wall and they turn the dial a little bit, and then you disappear off the face of the earth. That's the reality of this situation. So you spend all this money. Now, let's think about it logically. You spend 6 months or more of hard work and money and trying to learn this stuff and getting people to do it for you and all the stuff that needs done. And then, as I said, you might get a little traction, but you might not. In fact, you probably won't. Okay. Why do you think I quit when I was considered one of the best and had the best training and was in the top of the search engines for 12, 13, 14 years? Why do you think I quit? It was just too much flood of people out there. And there's only so many keywords that apply to me. And just floods of people coming in. And so it just was not worth the time and effort anymore. Now, I do want you to learn the basics so that you don't shoot yourself in the foot and do stupid things when you're developing your website. And I got 2 episodes, just like I did as a resource on the three-prong attack. There's 2 specific episodes I want you to go back and listen to. Episode 469 was on basic SEO. This is the simple stuff that you should always do, that's always going to work, and makes Google, when they do bother to stop by your site, that they think, oh, this person knows what they're doing. They're not trying to cheat us, and they're not tricking us, and so we're going to look at them favorably, even though they're only on page 92 now. Okay. So that's episode 469, screwthecommute.com/469. Then, if you were going to spend time on anything, this would be it. And that is called backlinks. And that's episode 466. ScrewTheCommute.com/466. This has changed significantly from the early days when just the more links you had, the more Google thought, and the search engine, back even before Google, thought you were a great site. Now it's very specific on the links that you want to get coming into your site and how to do it. And that's on episode 466. All right. So I'm painting a pretty sad picture here. Like, oh man, it's going to be months or years before I can get any traffic to my website. No, that's not the case. So what is the case? And thinking about it logically, remember, I just outlined a picture that you spent enormous amounts of time and money hoping to get some traffic to your website for free from Google. But it wasn't for free, because even if you got a little success, which I doubt if you will, you spent a lot of money and you went months and months and months without selling anything, all right? So this is ridiculous. So what's the solution? The solution is for you to take the time and put aside a budget to learn paid advertising. There's all kinds of places you can advertise now. Now, I'm going to tell you a little later the best bargain, I think. It's a little bit harder to do because you got to shoot video, but it's the best bargain out there. But you have every place. You got Facebook, you got Twitter, you got TikTok, X, you got Instagram, you got WhatsApp. There's a whole bunch of places. Then you got these broadband places that can get you on, with Taboola, I think it was called. They might have sold out to this other company. But anyway, you can be on, if you have a big general product, you can be in Wall Street Journal and AOL's homepage, all kinds of places. Okay. So the one thing I got to tell you about is a lot of these advertising places are self-serve. And you really need to go, get training either from me or, YouTube or wherever you're going to try to get training, and make sure it's credible, to learn how to use them, because you can blow a lot of money. So here's my rule for you. If you're going to do any advertising online, and usually it's pay per click kind of advertising, or pay per impression is different. So you have to learn those differences. But my big rule, in all caps and underlined, outlined in blood or lipstick, whatever, is you must obsess on the ads when you put them in. What does that mean? I mean, you're checking them every 15 minutes, every half hour. And why do I say this? Well, in the early days, I put an ad in on a Friday and got too busy to check on it. And by Monday, I owed Google $8,000. Okay, no sales from that ad. I should have turned that ad off within a half an hour. It wasn't doing any good, see? So you must obsess on it. And then here's another thing I'm going to try to make you understand, even if you've never advertised before. These are the 3 parts to advertising. The highest level thing is a campaign. That's like, I'm going to advertise my Screw the Commute podcast. That's my campaign. And then under the campaign level are called ad groups. So I might have one set of ads for people that want to be entrepreneurs. I might have another set of ads that I'm going to write a completely different ad for those people that want to be entrepreneurs. I'm going to do another one that are already business owners. I wouldn't say the same thing like, hey, do you want to start your own business if you're already in a business? That's stupid, right? So I have ad groups for different groups of people that I want to advertise to under the campaign for Screw the Commute podcast. So I got ad groups, and then each ad groups has its own bunch of ads. As I said, under the ad group for entrepreneurs, I'm going to do all kinds of stuff that says, hey, you want to start your own business, you want to do this, you want to do that. And the ones that are in business, my ads are not going to say that. They're going to say like, hey, it's hard to be in business, and insurance is too expensive, and this and that, because they're already in business. See, so my ads are going to be different. So that's the hierarchy. Your big campaign of what you're advertising. And then ad groups are who you're going to target. And then the specific ads are to target those people in that ad group. So that's the 3 levels that you're going to run through in almost all advertising platforms. All right, so make sure you obsess though. Now, if you just took, and I don't suggest you try to go to multiple platforms right off the bat. If you just took one platform where you kind of know your clients are, spend weeks and weeks and weeks getting really good at that. Put your budget into that. Don't try to spread it out over 5 different things. You'll never figure anything out. All the ads will be losers and you'll get screwed. You'll lose all your money. So pick one. And you'd be further ahead in the long run to do it that way than try to target, just go to all these different platforms. Also, before I tell you the best bargain, I want to tell you some of the scams that the advertising platforms do to you. Now, are they going to admit it? Hell no. But guys like me that are in the mix of this know that these things happen. So here's a typical scenario. So let's say you put an ad in, or any of the platforms, and you set your budget at $5 a day. That's perfectly reasonable. Lots of us professionals do that. We start low and start testing the ads and see which ones are working and which aren't and all that. So you are a new advertiser and you set your budget at $5 a day and you start getting some good results. You're starting to get traffic and people converting and buying your stuff, and you're thinking, oh my God, I just hit the lottery. Well, maybe you did, maybe you didn't. And here's why. Because when you're a new advertiser, these companies give you the best possible people that buy a lot of stuff and put you in front of them to hook you, to get you addicted to this. And then you say, oh my God, I'm going to raise my budget to 20. I was making $3 for every dollar you were spending, let's say. And so you say, I'm going to raise my thing to $40 a day. Guess what? You're going to lose your shirt, right? Because no professional makes that big of a jump from $5 to $40 ever, because that's sending a message that you don't know what you're doing. They know how professionals do things. And so they see you. Again, are they ever going to admit to any of this stuff? Hell no. But this stuff happens every day because that's how they get to be billionaires and rich. So as soon as you raise it to $40 a day, they start throwing your ads on every crap place they can find, and showing it to every idiot on earth that's never going to spend any money. They're going to take all your money and then screw you. If you're dumb enough to keep going, they'll keep taking your money. If you quit, they don't care. There's 1,000 of you or 1,000,000 of you lined up behind them that they're going to take their money. Okay, so don't be jumping all over the place because you get a little bit of success. All right, now what's the best bargain? In my not so humble opinion, the best bargain is YouTube in-stream ads. Now, you do have to do video for this, but these are the ads that you can click the skip button. Well, guess what? If somebody clicks the skip button before 30 seconds, you don't pay anything. So there's really no incentive for you to make ads less than 30 seconds. If they watch the whole 30 seconds, well, they're probably a pretty good prospect and you have to pay for the ad. So don't make a 10-second ad, because also, if the 10 seconds is up to the end of your ad, you have to pay. So don't make little short ads. Make them at least 30 seconds or go as long as you want, because once you pay for it, you could have a 20-minute ad. Okay, it doesn't make any difference. If they're watching it that long, they must be a darn good prospect, see? So you don't pay anything, though, if they skip. In fact, we use that in the ads a lot of times to disqualify people. So I'll say, hey, if this isn't for you, just click that skip button now and get back to the video you wanted to watch. But if you're wanting to this, that, and the other, stick around and I'll show you how to do it. So I want them to click the skip button if they're really not important, if what I'm talking about is not important to them, or they're not interested. They want to get to the video they wanted to watch. I don't want to pay for somebody that's not really interested in what I'm offering, say. So that's one of the best bargains out there, YouTube in-stream ads. So anyway, forget SEO. We quit a long time ago. Learn to drive traffic. And then also, of course, I got 1 million, things on email marketing, because I want to get them off of there, even if they don't buy, onto an email list. So that's part of the whole thing of the ads. Even if they don't buy now, if they're kind of interested, you get them on an email list, you can follow up for free and sell them something later. All right, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Remember to check out that 3-prong attack on a 7-figure income, episodes 924 through 926. And this was 927. Quit wasting your time on SEO. And next episode is 928. It's called Done For You, which should be called Done To You. A lot of it is scam. So make sure you don't miss next episode, 928. And I'll catch you there.